One of my favorite parts about doing this show is spending some time with Mary Evans, the head coach of Valparaiso. Coach, great to see you as always.
Good to see you too. How's that weather down in SC treating you?
Oh, you know it's good down here. How about you? How's it going?
It's a gorgeous 87-degree day in September, so we'll take it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Weather might not be such an issue up there in Valparaiso because you're going to be on the road a lot this non-conference. Tell us a little bit about the schedule that you put together and why.
Yeah, I mean, we always try to challenge our kids in the non-conference. I think it's a great opportunity for us to play against a variety of offenses and defenses that hopefully prepare us as we get into the Valley. We'll have seen pretty much everything we're going to see. And then we had some pretty unique opportunities come our way. We were able to finalize a contract where our men and ourselves are going to go over to Dayton. We're going to play Liberty and open up the brand new John Wooden events facility over there. And that's going to be a great trip. We get to go up a day early. They're going to do some leadership and team building stuff with us. We did some time there last summer with the group, and that's going to be a great way for us to kind of check back in with them. And then we're taking a big trip out east to the Lehigh Valley to play in Lehigh's tournament. And it'll be an opportunity for us to spend some good time together again over Thanksgiving and see a different area of the country that some of our players have never been to.
Mary, I know you're meticulous over the detail and you pour over things in the off season and you have a vision about what you want to put together each season. When you took a look at your roster with the Jackson twins and Leah Earnest coming back, what do you see as the areas that we will definitely see the most improvement in on your team?
Yeah, I think we had to address the point guard issue. Obviously, losing Jill last year really hurt us. So we were able to kind of go into the portal and bring Fiona Conley in, who I think will be a tough, hard-nosed kind of point guard, a little bit more old school, gets off the ball a little bit earlier, which I think fits with the ability of the twins to get up and down the floor, and Leah as well. And so we're really excited about her. She's a little bit of a little bulldog, very tough, which I thought we needed to address as well. And then we looked at our ability to shoot the basketball. I think we've got some kids that can do both, but we need to be able to create space for them. And so we wanted to really address that. And I think we did that with the additions of Bella and Macy, and then also our freshmen with Lexi and Kylie. They both can shoot the basketball very well. So I'm really excited about this group. I think it's the most versatile group that we've had since I've been here. We can all pass, catch, shoot. We don't really have kids that are one-dimensional. And so that's going to be a challenge because we're going to have to find, how we need to put that together and what roles kids are going to have to take for us to be the most successful team that we can. But they've been amazing this summer. We've had a blast working together, and they're a hardworking team that's having a lot of fun while they're going through some pretty tough times over the summer.
I mean, it is supposed to be fun, right? And what I love the most about basketball is offense. And I know we're supposed to talk about defense, but this is a very offensive league, and you have to be able to score. It's so hard to stop teams in this league because of the pace, because of the skill, the three-point shooting. I'm wondering, how you're feeling about, all those variables coming together with this group.
I think, like I said, we're very well-rounded. I think Leah's committed a lot of her time this summer, first and foremost, to get fit so she can play the minutes that she played last year at her top ability, not maybe saving some or leaving some in the tank. She's really worked hard at her outside jump shot, which, is something that, she'll shoot, but we need her to be a little bit more consistent. I think both twins are shooting the basketball really well. Layla's shooting it really well. I think we have the ability to stretch the floor. And then I think we've got a lot of kids that can play off the bounce, can play off those shot fakes and then get to the rim and make good decisions. And so I'm excited for those three, but I'm also excited to see the growth of Layla Gold. She's a kid that came in and fit a role for us last year, but there's a lot more in that tank, and she's got to get a little more aggressive and do some of those things that I see in practice. And I'm excited for these transfers to get a fresh start and see what they can bring to the table. But it's been very competitive. And I think that's the thing that my staff and I are most excited about is every single workout is a competition. And there's a lot of feistiness, but good feistiness, they're challenging each other to get better. And I think, we were talking about it the other day, like Leah is getting to go up against some kids that are really challenging her, and that's only going to make her become a better basketball player. And they're challenging her and making her become a better defender, which is something we've challenged her with this year. So I love the competition level in this group right now, and I'm excited to get on the floor next week with them and get this season rolling.
I mean, I'm excited for you. Everybody loves their team this time of year, right? Because you can see where things have come together from the concepts you put together, the fitness part of it, and now you're getting ready to drill it down into practice. So what you're seeing and feeling now and what it's going to look like in February is going to be what? Besides winning, what are the other things we should see in February when we get into the grind of it?
We're going to see a team that's built on playing really good defense. Like, we know that's got to be our starting point, and we have to fly around. We have to create turnovers. We have to play off of those turnovers in transition early. And then we have to be the most unselfish team in the Valley. Like, we've got to be willing to share the basketball and make that extra pass and trust each other to make open shots and good decisions. That's always been our mantra here. We play as five, and we're only going to be as good as the sum of our parts. And so if we're where we need to be in February, we're sharing the basketball, we're being unselfish. We don't care whose night it is, because it's going to be our night when we get that W.
I love that. And I think that if any team has that synergy around playing together, playing tough, and having fun, it's going to be a heck of a season for you in Valparaiso. Thank you, Mary, for being with us. Mary Evans, the head coach at Valpo. Parting shot, lady. You get one shot.
Let's go, Valpo. Roll Beaks.
Welcome to the Missouri Valley Preview Show. Leah Earnest, a fifth-year senior at Valparaiso. I'm so glad to have you with us. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I mean, you're a fifth year, so you must be doing pretty well, working on a master's degree. I'm averaging 16.5 points a game last year. How's life?
It's going good. I'm glad I had the opportunity to come back and use my COVID year here at Valpo. It's my favorite place on earth, and no place I'd rather be.
What is so special about Valparaiso that makes it the best place on earth for you?
It's just the people, from my basketball team to all of athletics and then beyond campus, just giving me so many great opportunities to not only be a successful student athlete, but also like in other parts of, being just a student, a college student, making lots of friends off campus and working campus jobs and stuff, and just getting to expand some of my other assets off the court.
That's awesome. 16.5 points a game last year. What are we looking for upon improvement?
I think mostly just keep doing what I know I can do, get into the hole, focus on creating for my teammates and knowing that my opportunities are going to come, and then just still improving on my shooting. We want to take the 3-point shooting that I saw in the non-conference and take it into the conference season this year. So that's definitely been a point of emphasis.
So at your size and the amount of times that you get to the free throw line, I guess you're pretty crafty in making some 1 dribble moves, 2 dribble moves. What did you work on in the off season to get yourself to the free throw line more and also to be able to knock down triples?
So it's just about creating contact and recognizing matchups. I think I've worked into a position at this point where teams are going to try to throw maybe, some of their better defenders at me. So I have to recognize when I get switches in our offense to attack more favorable matchups, and then just making sure the ball can get back to me by distributing to my teammates. We have a really good passing team, so I trust them to work the ball around and exploit their matchups, and then, recognize mine too. And just, being physical, being strong. I take pride in being a strong player. And as far as the 3-pointers, just relaxing, because I know I shoot a really high percentage on the gun and shoot a really high percentage when I practice. So I know I can do it. So
isn't confidence part of the battle? I mean, you put the reps in, you have incredible fitness. You know what your scout is. You're getting the best defender. How much does a mental part play in all of that?
Mentality is everything. I think last season I felt a switch, especially on my free throws. Maybe wasn't as strong to start the season as I would have liked, but after Christmas, I spent a lot of break making sure that I was ready to shoot free throws. And, once I was able to know I could convert at the line, that opened up a whole new realm for me, knowing that if I can, do what I'm the best at, which is getting to the basket, and I can get fouls, I know that I'm going to be rewarded with points, even if it's not an and one or a finished bucket every time. But, of course, we want them to be and ones and finishes regardless of the contact.
We want the and one. I love it. You've been around a long time, so what's different about this year?
I mean, we have a really, really strong group as far as like connecting with each other. We all really like spending a lot of time with each other. And I think we just complement each other's personalities well. And I think that's really shown on the court. We had a pretty young class, young core last year, and starting 3 freshmen by the end of the season. And, we've grown in the off season, in the spring through the summer, just learning how to play with each other more. And they've grown in their skills as well. So it's just bringing in some new pieces, some new freshmen, some very strong transfers in Fiona and Macy and Bella to, just kind of become a little bit more well-rounded, bring some maturity. And we love to get after it. We've been going really hard this summer, and it's been the hardest working group I've played with in 5 years. So I'm excited.
Well, that, as fans of the Valley, gives us plenty to look forward to when Valpo takes the court. Leah Earnest, thank you for being with us on the preview show.
Thanks for having me.
Saniyah Jackson, welcome to the Missouri Valley Preview Show. It's so great to see your big, happy, smiling face. Are you not going to giggle through this whole thing, are you?
No.
Yeah, because when you step on the floor, I know you're all business. Tell us a little bit about your game and what you did in the off season.
I really like to play fast. I like to run, not run a lot, but I do like to run fast. I like to play fast. I like to be active, have a presence on the floor. I'm very positive, so I'm always encouraging my teammates, and especially Nevaeh. I feel like we're always telling each other hey, next play, or don't take that shot. There's a better shot, things like that. So I feel like having Nevaeh around is good. And this off season, I had a surgery actually. I tore my meniscus this summer. So I've been at physical therapy, getting that all. I'm almost cleared, but it was obviously a little bit of a setback for me. And so just getting that all figured out, and I've been getting my strength back up, still trying to stay in shape. Obviously, I lost a little bit there, but I'm making really good progress, and I've just been focusing on that a lot so far.
Well, you referenced Nevaeh, that's your twin sister. What's it like playing with your sister, and have you always played with her?
Yes, I've always played with her my whole life. I love it. I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm so fortunate we get to play together. It makes me really happy, and just having her by my side, I know everything will be fine. Hard games that we may lose. Just knowing that I always have a piece of my family everywhere I go is really important.
So I don't have a twin, but they say that sixth sense about twins is really true. How does that work on the basketball floor?
I feel like we always we know each other's skills really well. So if I know Nevaeh has the ball, I'll run the floor because I know she'll see me down there, and she makes really good passes. So I feel like in terms of passing, reading each other and being able to see each other on the floor, not just with each other, but in general, I feel like Nevaeh does a really good job with that. Like I said, we know each other's strengths really well. So if I know that I have the ball and the person Nevaeh is guarding, she could get an easy basket with, or things of that nature. We always look for each other, and like I said, coaching each other through the bad shots, or we could have got better shots and things like that.
I read where you and your sister work out together all off season. Tell me some of the things that you guys did.
We run together, especially at home. My mom would encourage us to run a mile every day, so we did that together almost every single day. We go to our old high school sometimes, and we shoot together. We do lots of shooting. We play one-on-one against each other when we try and work on moves, and it gets pretty competitive because we're twins and we both want to win. We're sisters, so we do that a lot. It's pretty funny, but it's definitely something that helps. Weightlifting wise, necessarily we do the basic skill things in basketball, but outside of that, in the weight room, we try to encourage each other to go up a weight. Try and go up in one exercise a week if you can, in a weight, and get stronger every single week. And so we do that. And if there's an exercise that I lift more and or she lifts more, and we try and push each other to get stronger and lift. like higher
It
weight.
sounds like you provide confidence for each other. You provide inspiration for each other. What are we most looking forward to about this season at Valpo?
Just building off of last year. Like I said, I feel like me and Nevaeh, our bodies are evolving. Like when we got down here, we didn't have as much strength as we did. The biggest for our height, muscle wise, and so that was one of our main focal points. Like this season, like we just want to get stronger. I feel like this season I'm really excited. Like with Nevaeh, I feel like we both grown as athletes, and I'm excited to like be able to show that and showcase that with her on the court and stuff like that.
Well, Saniyah, we're looking forward to seeing you and Nevaeh and Leah Earnest, who led your team in scoring last year. We expect there to be a little bit more offense around the Valpo team. So thank you for being with us around the Missouri Valley Conference preview show.
Thank you for having me.